Welcome to the A Quick Note. Today, we're going to dive into the world of credit cards and explore how they work, as well as their financial implications. Whether you're a seasoned credit card user or just starting on your financial journey, this professional guide will provide you with valuable insights and knowledge. Let's get started. Understanding credit cards. Think of credit cards as a handy tool that makes buying things easy. When you use a credit card, you can get what you need right away, and you have the choice to pay for it later. This is different from debit cards, which take money out of your bank account right when you buy something. To explain it in a simpler way, consider a credit card like a tiny loan that the bank gives you. Instead of giving you actual money, they give you a special plastic card. This card lets you buy things without needing cash at that exact moment. So, even if you don't have money in your pocket, you can still make purchases using this mini loan from the bank. It's like having a safety net for your expenses, allowing you to buy things and manage your money more flexibly. Payment processing companies. Let's break down the idea of payment processing companies in a simpler way. Whenever you use your credit card to buy something, there's a team of companies, like Visa and MasterCard, working behind the scenes. Even though your bank gives you a credit card, these companies take care of the complicated stuff, making sure the payment process goes smoothly. Think of it like this. Your bank is like the one giving you the keys to a car, the credit card, but the payment processing companies are like the traffic controllers. They make sure everything is safe and in order when you use your credit card to buy something. This way, both the store where you're shopping and you, the person buying, have a hassle-free and safe experience. It's teamwork between your bank and these payment processing companies that make your credit card work smoothly. Credit limit and credit score. Let's dive into understanding credit limits and credit scores in simpler terms. Credit limit. Your credit limit is like a spending boundary set by your credit card company. It's the maximum amount you can spend without having to pay it all back right away. This limit isn't random. It's decided based on a few things, like how much you earn, your salary, your credit score, a measure of how trustworthy you are with money, and what the bank thinks after checking these things. It's crucial to use this limit wisely to avoid putting too much pressure on your finances. Credit score. Your credit score is like a report card for your money habits. It's a number between 300 and 900, and the higher it is, the more the bank trusts you. A high credit score isn't just a pat on the back, it can actually bring you benefits. If you've got a good credit score, the bank might be more willing to give you a higher credit limit, lower interest rates, the extra money you pay when you don't pay back everything on time, and even better deals on credit cards. So, having a good credit score is like having a financial superpower. It opens doors to better opportunities with your money. Advantages of using credit cards. There are several advantages to using credit cards. Firstly, they provide immediate access to funds, which can be helpful in emergencies or urgent expenses. Secondly, credit cards offer a reduced risk compared to debit cards in case of fraud. Additionally, credit card companies often provide reward systems, including cashback, discounts, and insurance, allowing you to maximize your purchasing power. Choosing the right credit card. Picking the right credit card is a bit like choosing a superhero that fits your needs. Here are some things to think about. Issuing bank. Think of this as the superhero headquarters. Different banks offer different cards, each with its own perks and features. Rewards. Consider rewards like special powers. Some cards give you cashback, discounts, or other cool bonuses every time you use them. Pick the one with rewards that match what you like. Fees. Every superhero has a cost, right? Credit cards might have fees. These are like the expenses for having that superhero on your side. Watch out for them and make sure they're reasonable. Payment network. It's like deciding which league your superhero belongs to. Visa and MasterCard are like different superhero leagues, and each has its own perks and acceptance in different places. Benefits versus costs. Now, the tricky part is figuring out if the benefits, superpowers and rewards, are worth the costs, fees. Some cards might offer amazing rewards but have higher fees, while others with fewer perks might have lower costs. It's like choosing a superhero with the right balance of powers and responsibilities. You want one that fits your needs without breaking the bank. So, weigh the good stuff against the not-so-good stuff and pick a credit card that's your financial superhero. Payment network insights. Different banks have preferences when it comes to payment networks. Some exclusively use one network, while others mix them based on their preferences and partnerships. Payment networks like Visa, MasterCard, and American Express have different levels of acceptance globally, so it's essential to choose a card that aligns with your spending habits and travel plans. How banks profit from credit cards. Banks aren't just being nice when they give you a credit card, they're running a business. Here's how they earn their superhero cape money. Annual fees and charges. Imagine your credit card is like a club membership. Banks charge you a fee every year for being part of that club. Sometimes, there are extra charges for certain things you do with your card, like taking out cash. Interest on unpaid balances. This is the big one. If you don't pay back the full amount you spent with your credit card by a certain date, the bank charges you extra money, called interest. Think of it like borrowing money from the bank, and if you don't give it all back on time, they ask for a bit more. Important tip. To be a smart credit card user, you need to be a bit of a detective. Read the terms and conditions, they're like the rules of the superhero club. Understand when you have to pay, how much, and what happens if you're late. This way, you can avoid extra fees and interest charges. It's like knowing the superhero handbook to make sure you're using your credit card superpowers wisely. Global perspectives on credit cards. The popularity and usage of credit cards vary globally. Some countries, especially in Europe, rely less on credit cards due to a cultural emphasis on timely payments and a preference for other payment methods. It's interesting to explore how different regions handle their financial transactions. Hidden fees and interest rates. Let's simplify the potential drawbacks of credit cards. Pros and cons of credit cards. So, credit cards are like having a handy tool in your financial toolbox. But, just like any tool, they have some not-so-great parts to watch out for. Heavy interest rates. If you don't pay back all the money you borrowed with your credit card on time, the bank asks for extra money called interest. It's like a fee for borrowing, and if you don't manage it well, it can get heavy and add up fast. Hidden fees. Credit cards sometimes have sneaky fees, costs that aren't super obvious. These can surprise you and make using your credit card more expensive than you thought. Late payments and debt spiral. If you don't pay your credit card bill on time, it's like starting a snowball rolling downhill. Late fees pile up, and the amount you owe gets bigger, leading to a debt spiral. It's essential to pay on time to avoid this snowball effect. Superhero move. Reading terms and conditions. To avoid these not-so-great parts, be a superhero reader. Check out the terms and conditions of your credit card. It's like knowing the superhero manual, understanding when you have to pay, how much, and what happens if you're late. This way, you can use your credit card wisely and avoid the not-so-super surprises. Should you use a credit card? Imagine your credit card is like a magical wand that lets you buy things easily. But, just like any magical tool, you need to use it wisely to avoid getting into trouble. Timely payments. It's like doing your homework on time. When your credit card bill arrives, make sure to pay it on time. If you're late, the bank might ask for extra money, interest, and that's not fun. Stay within your means. Think of your credit card limit like a budget. Don't spend more than you can handle. If you use your credit card wisely and stick to what you can afford, it's like wearing a financial superhero cape. You're protected from falling into a debt trap. Considerations for credit card use. Before choosing a credit card, carefully evaluate the associated fees against the rewards offered. Additionally, credit cards provide added security, especially for online transactions, making them a valuable tool in today's digital world. The world of credit cards is ever evolving, and we can expect future improvements that may address current disadvantages. Ultimately, the decision to use a credit card lies in responsible use and aligning it with your individual financial situation. By understanding the intricacies of credit cards, you can make informed choices and navigate the financial landscape confidently. Thank you for joining us in this video. We hope you found it informative and engaging. Stay tuned for the next installment in our financial education series, where we will delve further into the world of personal finance. Remember, your financial success starts with knowledge and responsible decision-making. Until next time.